I may need a doctor. No, a drink. No, a trampoline. No, no, no. I am the doctor. And you are...
Cassandra Shields. My regulars call me Cass.
Regulars? You're the landlord's daughter.
Not those kind of regulars, darling. I'm the new madam here.
What happened to the old madam?
She vanished. Most likely in disgrace. The first 5 Ripper's victims were under her care.
Why was the carriage chasing you?
I look after my girls, so I make enemies.
Doctor, the horses were possessed, as the dogs were.
I know.
Oh, my hero's intrigued. Or just lustful, I wonder.
Lustful. For knowledge.
If it makes any difference, I'm not in the game anymore. Now I make sure my girls are safe, meet the right class of gentlemen. Does that make a difference to you?
Yes, it does.
Doctor, perhaps you should take down the good lady's particulars.
Holmes, you might just want to think about how you say things.
I'm game if you are, Doctor.
Let's go cause some trouble.
It's okay.
We're live on Two Geeks Talking. Two Geeks Talking is an entertainment industry interview show where we specialize in the areas of comics, TV, film, music, and video games. And of course, I'm your host, Kurt Sasso, and we're joined today by a very special creative and talented group who have put together a fairly amazing and fun play as well, too, a radio play at that, called Doctor Who Dark Journey. We're joined today by, we have Roy Miranda. Hi, Roy, how's it going?
Very good.
We have Andrew Chalmers on his right.
Hello. Hello, hello.
We're also joined by Larissa Benfey. How are you doing?
I'm good.
And finally, we're dealing with Atweh, of course, as well. How you doing, Atweh?
Thanks for having me, Kirk.
Thanks for coming by.
You're welcome.
So for those that don't know about Doctor Who Dark Journey, tell us what it's all about.
I assume that's me.
I have no idea.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Holmes. Well, basically, a recently regenerated doctor arrives in Victorian London on his last life, on his last regeneration after a traumatic incident, and partners up with Sherlock Holmes on the trail of Jack the Ripper. And that is where the story begins. So the doctor is the companion to Holmes, which is a little bit of a turnaround, right?
Well told.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's more to it, but
I'm still trying to figure it out.
It is. Yes, he's right in the last half of it. Yes.
Completely lost.
That's it. We tried to do it a little bit darker, a little bit more adult, but still not lose the essence of what Doctor Who is all about. We don't want to mire it in depression and stuff like that. That's what the nightly news is for, obviously. You know? So that basically is it. Yes.
Or Fox, pretty much, but
yes. Yeah, well, that's more like science fiction, isn't it? Yes.
So in dealing with Andrew, you're the actual series writer and producer of this physical radio play. Why is
Mike is the producer. I'm the. We all help out.
Mike's the director.
Mike's the director. He's the director, and he loves soccer.
He's special.
Very special. But he's very enigmatic. No one's actually met him. We don't know who he is.
He's
really.
in the shadows.
He's like Bosley from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, he's just a voice.
He's just a voice, and he sends
a sexy voice.
He asks us to go out wearing miniskirts and Corvettes and salt.
And we do as we're told.
We do as we're told because we love it. Yeah.
Very much.
Thank you, Angels. Thank you. Yes. Thanks, Bosley. Thanks, Bosley. But Mike's the producer. He was sort of the arrowhead behind it. He was the guy who encouraged me to do something with the script, apart from just have it under a coffee table. So he really is the driving force, I would say. Yeah, and the final version on audio, a lot of Mike was in that as well, to make it audio friendly kind of thing. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I just wish one day I would meet him.
Yes.
Yes.
What I find interesting, and from the brief snippet, I'm not ignoring you, Larissa or Atweh, by all means. Please jump in whenever you feel the need to.
Don't worry.
Speak up.
Atweh's not shy. Larissa.
Balls kicked in.
Yeah.
When I actually heard a little bit about this actual radio play, when I was listening to it, I thought, one, the Doctor, Andrew, you nailed the Doctor perfectly in terms of the voice and the mannerisms. So well done on that. Since my limited Doctor Who experience is only from the '80s, so I apologize from my lack of.
Further than a few.
That's further than a few. Yeah, and thank you for the compliments. It was always I think I've always been Doctor Who in my head, but doing this has firmly put me into a complete fantasy zone. Yes. Yes, exactly. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And what I found interesting, Roy, about your Sherlock Holmes is it reminded me of the video games that have recently come out over the past 3 years. You have that Sherlockian voice. You've nailed that wonderfully, I have to admit, and that's rather daunting for such a fictitious and enigmatic character that is Holmes too.
Thank you. Yeah, it was an interesting part. I think it was well written by Andrew, so it wasn't hard to do. The story, as you said, was quite the story to read. So yeah, I mean, it's not really a lot I can say other than I read the script and it was very easy to read out because the story was so good.
Sure, and we negotiated a deal with his agent.
Yes, free pizza for a year.
Free pizza for a year,
Yeah.
and he was on board, and he passed over the movie he was doing with Brad Pitt, so thank you.
Yes, I was his double.
You were his double! Yeah, I thought you were doubling for Angelina.
Well, that was the ass shot.
Oh, the ass shot, yeah, the ass shot, yeah. The thing about it is Roy and I, we are quite chummy now.
Yes,
You put
a little bit too much.
A little bit. Well, don't say that on camera. But you put a couple of Brits in a studio-like setting, and things are going to happen. And Mike did a great job trying to control us. But we only met 15 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Which was a bit strange. It was literally like Roy, Andrew, Roy. Right now you're being chased by possessed dogs. And we only wanted a coffee, didn't we?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, it was good.
That was it. Yeah. So thank you. We're quite good friends, aren't we? Thick and fast.
I wouldn't go that far, but
thick and fast.
Yeah.
I'm thick and he's fast.
Oh,
hello. There you go.
Oh, some information just shouldn't always be shared online. It is what it is.
Thick as in lacking intelligence. You see
the cultural differences there. It's just take a piece of something.
They
and
are.
Make it into something
I think
else.
I prefer the Australians.
Oh yes.
Yes, there you go.
Down under.
They're down under.
Down
yeah,
under.
there you go.
Dirty and down under.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
as long as it's not the Kiwi, but it is.
Oh no.
No. We're okay. We're okay.
Right, moving down the road because we have other people.
Yeah. We'll sit quietly.
Yes.
Hold your tongue, young man.
I will. Where's the young man?
Oh, I don't know.
No, he's not here.
I'll not hold your tongue.
No,
There
thank you.
go. Sorry, on to Larissa's tongue.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh God, Larissa's my
Children
soulmate. I
watching
won't have you talking to my soulmate this way.
Doctor, save you.
Yes. We share the site.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll have
Yes.
I'm sorry.
large guy.
And the look on his face is one of total regret.
I don't know. I honestly don't know where to go with this.
We're like the Who.
Yeah.
Go and look at Who interviews. That's the way we do stuff. Right?
Rock and roll.
There you
as Charles
go.
likes to
Rock
say,
and roll. Rock and roll. Okay, he's gonna talk to Larissa and Atweh now for an hour.
I'm going to attempt to talk to her.
Yeah.
Switch us off now.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Mute.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Right, Larissa. Okay, so we've talked to Holmes. We've talked to the Doctor. How about your? Sorry, I'm tearing up here. Verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves here. But Larissa, how did you get involved with these CADs that are on your left there?
I can't actually remember where I found the posting, but all it was me responding to an ad that they put out somewhere looking for actors who could put on British accents. I think they were actually looking for real British people, and then somehow came up with me instead. But so yeah, I applied and then auditioned and then showed up in their basement, and it actually worked out. So
It was a studio, darling, and we thought it was a geezer bird.
Yes,
But yes,
it was a studio.
Studio, affectionately known as Basement 1.
yeah.
So then, I mean, was it just like 15 minutes before, like what Roy and Andrew had to deal with? It was like, here's everyone, have fun.
Yep, basically. But right away, we all kind of had a chemistry anyway, so it was a fun set right away.
That's amazing, because usually when you have actors working together, good cultural differences, creative differences, everything along that line. I mean, it seems like everyone was just meant to do this particular show.
Wow. I like putting on accents, so that's why I was there.
And you're also theater trained.
Yeah, actually, Larissa's accent. I actually thought that Larissa was a Brit, or had some kind of family connection. And I was talking with her, and I said, "So where are you from?" And she's like, "Well, I'm from here. I'm from here." Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, I feel like an idiot now."
Which is common.
Which is a feeling I'm used to. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, touche. Yeah. So her accent was fantastic, and I think when we heard her voice through the headphones to begin with, it was just one of those moments, because she's very, very polished. Performer, and it really kind of brought it to life.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do believe it's Larissa's turn to talk.
Yes, I know. Well, I'm giving her compliments.
All the time. The lady's trying to talk, and you're jumping in there.
I know, but I'm giving her compliments, so it's allowed. Okay. Sorry. She knows I've got her back. She knows I've got her back. It's okay.
I'm sure you have.
Yes. Larissa, I do apologize. I'm so sorry.
Apology not accepted.
Yes.
Scoundrel. There you go.
Elementary.
So was it like this all the time?
There's a lot of just cracking up and not getting the lines done right for a little bit, but it was really fun. So.
Yes.
We call Andrew 42 Take Andrew. Nothing really happens.
On audio, I get the script wrong.
Yeah, it's like the totally wrong story.
Yeah, it's I'm reading like the phone book or something. Yeah. I think I got my first line screwed up, and that was
the first line.
Gentleman of the Press, and I got that wrong. So yeah, I do need that script, even to say thank you. I need to look at the script.
Hence, it took us 2 days.
2 days and 20 hours. Yes.
Who's count?
That's a lot of pizza.
There was.
Yes.
Right. Moving to Atweh then.
Yeah.
Sorry, Larissa.
It's okay.
You guys better not interrupt me, I swear. I'll come through that computer.
It's the Magic M, dude, the Magic M.
The Magic M. You worship this.
I'm now on to Kal-El. He's here from Krypton. Yeah.
So how did you get involved with these crazy actors? Hooligans, yeah, that too.
Well, I've known Andrew and Mike for 20 years.
Wow.
And I've known Andrew for about 6 hours. So
yeah, which seems like 20 years.
Yeah, it feels like 20 years.
But
Mike, Andrew, and I have had sort of projects here and there over the past some odd years, making ends meet, playing in the subways, things like that. So nothing really panned out, but we sort of. They said to me, we need a voice, an American voice, and I go, well, I only do Arab. And he's like, close enough, and then, we got him the script, so it all worked out.
So then, I'll leave this up for all of you then. What personal challenges did you have to face when putting together this production?
Working with Andrew.
I can tell.
Checking that one too.
Yeah, probably working with myself. That's probably it. Or maybe being too damn good at it. That's the problem. Is that a problem?
Yeah. I don't know really if there was. It was very enjoyable. I mean, we often joke that it wasn't that much of a dark journey at all, and it's not over. There's still a second series that is almost close to being completed. It's going to be bigger than that, obviously.
What is that?
That's the whole second series. That's the whole second.
That's the whole track for series. Yeah.
Featuring heavily in there.
yeah, and Ricky's in there as well. I think originally the script don't mess around with season 2.
Apologies.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I think originally the script was written for submission to the CFC, the Canadian Film School, and it had to be changed for audio. So anything that you write for video has to be changed for audio. Obviously, that was the biggest challenge from the writing perspective, because when you write a script, you don't want to start using exposition, as in, well, shall we go to the supermarket tonight? Yes, I think we shall. Let's get carrots. It's all on the nose nonsense. There's no subtext to it. You know,
Who buys carrots anymore?
Carrots. Sorry?
Who buys
help
carrots anymore? That's ridiculous.
Yes. Thank you, Magican. Thank you.
Good.
So I think doing
It's
new
like the big
scenes.
Oprah.
It's like the
It
yeah,
is.
the big
Just
Oprah.
reminded me,
Oprah.
it's
Yeah.
Magic M.
I think doing the scenes like that was an interesting thing. It was a challenge to do it without sounding as though we were telling the audience that there was wild dogs in a train station.
I figure you'd have Foley for that.
Yes, exactly. But a lot of the best scenes we did, the wine gum scene and stuff like that, actually came about with improvising and making stuff up on the spot, which was very, very good. So it was good. It was a team effort as far as that was concerned. The whole thing was a team effort, but a lot of the good scenes were just made up literally on the spot, which is good, because if they were written in a script, I probably would have forgotten them anyway.
Crap,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would say that was the biggest challenge. It's okay, Roy. I know you've got my back.
I don't want to hurt your ego.
No, it's okay. I don't have an ego. It's okay.
Quite big.
Yeah.
Your ego.
Sorry? No, it's okay. It's not. No.
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. How about Larissa and Atweh? How about your personal challenges in dealing with maybe the characters themselves or anything along that line?
For me, it wasn't much of a character thing, more of a, like, I've done a lot of voice things before, but I've only ever been in the studio. Like, they've been really small clips of things, so I've been in a studio for maybe an hour. And so this one was an all-day endeavor for me, and then it was 2 days for a couple of the other actors. So just having to, like, by the end of the day, my voice was hoarse, and then I was doing a couple of screams and stuff like that. So it was just, the only challenge was really on my voice itself, and that was a new experience for me. So I had to rest it for a couple days after.
How about you, Atweh?
Well, I mean, it's more of me being used to being like on stage or in camera. It's easy because you express with your body and you express with your words and with your emotion, but being just an audio clip, you have to come across as incredibly decisive and more connected with the people who are listening to you. And I mean, I don't have a great British accent, but me playing Dirtyface, which is just an American, is me speaking like this. So how do I come off as being an abrasive American? So that was a bit, it mentally for me was slightly challenging, even though I'm amazing. It was still, always just slightly challenging. So, not to toot my own horn or anything, but there's an M behind it.
Leave your horn alone.
Larissa loves it.
We don't do horn.
I told you Atweh was very shy and retiring.
Yes.
He really is Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Atweh, why don't you tell the ladies and gentlemen about you doing the line, I think it's now probably your world-famous line.
What's that?
And doing it over and over again. Mike got you to do like 25 takes, and Roy, Larissa, and I just going to pieces. Do you remember that particular line? It had a certain John quality to it.
Get it?
Yes, that line. Would you like to hear the line? Is that what you're trying to get?
I'm talking about the physical confrontation line.
Yes, I know that line where my manhood was elevated to a point of no return. Is that what you're trying to say? Yes, that's exactly it. That line.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Go on.
Probably the most important line in the whole series.
It's pivotal.
All the way through series 57 that you're going to write.
Yes.
So it's, without it, I don't think those would be successful. I'll be honest with you. That's going to be the catchphase.
That's going to be the catchphrase. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember saying to Larissa, if he doesn't do this, there's no point us going forward.
It's over.
Yeah. Right. Yes, I remember the casting.
Well, what was funny? What was funny about that line is it was so challenging because the wife took my balls. So it's all good. So everybody's okay.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Magic M.
Magic M.
Yeah.
Magic M. Magic M.
Larissa, do you remember what I'm talking about?
Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So-
Everyone's gone very shy all of a sudden. I don't know.
Easy, Larissa, with one-word answers. Kurt made it clear. No one-word answers.
3 words.
Yeah, no one-word answers. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So okay, just so I'm clear, was the line even said? Like,
Yes.
I think we should have an encore right now. Just hit us with that line.
Atweh's not
Right
hitting
now?
Here's your line.
I gotta call my agent,
Oh.
and she's 22 months into sleep probably right now.
Yeah, he's talking about his wife.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Say that.
Okay.
You want to hear the one?
well,
I think everyone's waiting to hear. Yeah.
was there
Sure,
a lead
sure.
up to it?
Okay.
Well, there was the physical confrontation between the Doctor and Dirtyface in a
Okay.
pub with Sherlock and Cassandra watching,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's the build up to the line. Yeah.
Right, and I, of course, I react.
You
And-
react when I do something to you. Yes.
Right. Why don't you lead me in?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Right. What was the script again? What was the line of the script?
I never rehearsed it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay.
It was just
Okay. So, and you better watch me. But if you keep focused on me for too long, it might be a problem because I might just.
Oh, my balls!
Okay, there you go. That was rather long.
There you go.
Yeah, it came off okay. Yeah. So the point is, he had to. It feels like it's long-winded now, but he had to do that over and over and over and over again because Mike is a sadomasochist. Not that we've ever seen him, but he had to over and over, and and there's a certain amount of tiredness gets involved, and with Roy, Larissa, and I just laughed hysterically like lunatics because what else can you do? That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that's it. Yes, that's it.
Well, how about this then? Because when it comes to this particular production, this series, I should say, how have you been promoting it? Because I mean, radio plays have been around for decades, and they're getting a resurgence, at least most recently in the past 10 years. How have you guys been trying to promote this in terms of the internet?
Well, Mike's been instrumental in utilizing social media to really to get the word out. I mean, obviously we have a Facebook page, we have our own website, we have a Twitter feed. Is it feed? Yes. Yes, I've got all the things here. I'm trying to put it in naturally. I have a card. Now I'm trying to work it in naturally, but it only works if Roy doesn't hold it up to the camera. You mean this?
Sorry.
Put it on right set. So we've got all those things, which will be available during the course of the interview when I try and make it look natural that I'm not reading off a card. But social media has been an interesting thing for us to utilize, but that's been mainly down to Mike. I kind of contact Mike and say, hey, have you put it out on VHS yet? And he's like, Andrew, we have come a little bit a long way since VHS, but it's gone out it's gone out all over the world, without wishing to sound too grand. But we've got fans in Portugal and the Ukraine, and obviously back in the motherland there as well. So it has been good. The only thing I think is it has given us a humorous divide, I think, between new Who and old Who, and I feel like I'm trying to impersonate an owl. Ooh, yes. So, in as much as a lot of the, I mean, first of all, we have to say thank you for your interest and your generous time in interviewing us, because sometimes we've been in contact with certain websites and said, hey, here's what we've done. We've tried to do an original version and a take on this, but they've basically said, well, that's okay. We'd love to feature you guys, but we have a frog that looks like David Tennant wearing a suit, and we're gonna go with that because it's really good. Or Matt Smith fish fingers.
That sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. So we've had a bit of that as well, which has been a humorous thing. It's almost made us feel a little bit like the old guard. There could be a script in there somewhere. I don't know. Maybe Maybe that would be good. Yeah, yeah.
You could probably do it as a subtext where the doctor's having frog legs and say, tastes like Tennant.
Yeah, yes, you could do something like that. There you go. Yeah, and we could get like a cameo by maybe Kermit the Frog or something. I don't know. Yeah,
He's available.
because I'm getting desperate
Getting
now.
a bit sick, really. Man.
A little bit, yeah. Hey, Atweh.
Andrew.
Yeah.
So what about in terms of, because you're right, you're kind of in that middle range there. I mean, people still love the old Doctors. People are really enjoying the new Doctors as well too. How do you feel that this production is it trying to bridge that gap? Is it just trying to give another alternative universe that people can still enjoy, that people are enjoying?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think people are enjoying it. I mean, I think, which is not very often, but we all just want people just to listen to it, really. I think that's the main thing. I mean, people have said it's a bridge. I've been described as a bridge doctor, which I thought was impressive at first, but then I found out they just meant people have been walking over me for years. Sorry, I've been waiting. I've been waiting a week to do that gag. That's not spontaneous. I was waiting a week for the interview. It's sad. I know. It's okay.
It's like no shit Sherlock.
And it's like no shit Sherlock. I know.
Give me a break.
But he's off the production now. He's off the production. But it is a bridge. But a lot of the younger fans, here's Grandad talking. A lot of the younger fans, they like it. They like it a little bit. They like it a little bit darker and a little bit that way, but not too much though. We've got to make sure that we're responsible and we don't push things into Torchwood territory. I don't think. But it is a bit of a bridge, I think now. Yeah, I can't wait to see it when it's on the BBC.
It's an audio.
Even though it's an audio. Well, when we film it and stuff.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, marvelous,
yeah.
marvelous.
Yeah. What did you think if I turned the tables here for a split second?
What did I think of the physical actual show?
Of the bridge thing.
Well, I thought it was interesting, being with my limited knowledge of Doctor Who, the fact that I understand the concept of it. I think as a storyline, it's ballsy. No pun intended that way. And I think
you did there. It was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that overall it has you're hitting two major fan bases. You're hitting two fandoms, I should say, that are ravenous for the material. The fact that you've blended it together as you have is a positive step in this particular direction. I think that you have the ability to take that concept and actually expand upon it even more. Maybe with go from different historical figures down the way. I mean, it's well within the realm of possibility. I mean,
yeah. Well, we have reached out to Sherlock fans. I mean, it was actually written before there was any real interest in Sherlock. I mean, he just existed as the Conan Doyle novels. It was before Robert Downey Jr.'s movies. Before, I mean, it was like maybe 6-7 years ago when it was originally written. So yeah, I think it has that split kind of thing. You get the Sherlock fans, you get the Doctor Who fans. A lot of fans of serial killers we're quite popular with.
Yeah.
It's always right there. Atweh, he's very big into the Son of Sam and stuff like that.
Love his work.
He loves it. He's loving it. So yeah, there's an element to that to it. But it seems at the moment to be very popular. I mean, Wholockian or something? Is that a term? Is like an internet term for people who like Sherlock and Doctor Who. I think it wouldn't have been written now because it would have been too obvious. Back then, it was a little bit more unique to do so, I think, because no one really had heard of Sherlock Holmes apart from the books. With all due respect, I actually think a more interesting story to write would be the Doctor Who and Arthur Conan Doyle, and Conan Doyle working out his own heroism with an adventure with the Doctor that he then transplants into his literary work with Sherlock Holmes. So I think with that in mind, I am not going to do any more interviews about Dark Journey because I find it depressing.
Well, then,
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I think that would be an interesting thing. But now, like to get because that's what they tend to do. They tend to go after the real person. Like there was a Doctor Who with Agatha Christie and stuff like that. And they've had ones with Churchill and things like that. But we're halfway in now. We've given the cast some pizza, so there ain't no turning back. Yeah. Exactly.
so then, where do you see? And we'll talk with Larissa and Atweh here too, because they're here.
Yeah.
Larissa, when it comes to the future of this particular series, where do you see yourself expanding as an actor in terms of maybe other roles, possibly other voice work within the series, maybe taking on?
Well, I just know that I like anything that he writes. I'm pretty sure I would enjoy and therefore want to be a part of. But I guess because I played a British character, it leaves room for like my voice is very different. I think when I'm just speaking like this, I don't really talk in the proper British accent, so I feel like it would be unrecognizable, and therefore I could take on a couple of different characters. And then there's a few other accents I like to do. So as far as like actual voice goes, I think that there's some room, and then I just like playing all sorts of different characters, and I like to just have fun when it comes to standing in front of a microphone. So yeah, I'd like to be a part of this. If this could also be a little bit of a nudge at the writers, that I just continue on with the production as it goes.
Larissa,
yep.
I hear on the grapevine that you're writing a novel. Have I said so? Have I let the literary cat out of the literary bag there? What is? Can you tell me about it? But if you're telling me about it, you're telling everyone about it.
You're telling the world about it.
Yeah.
We'll keep it our secret.
I can talk about that.
It's about a boy wizard.
It's not about a boy wizard.
Done. Okay, fine, good.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah.
It's a young adult novel, though, and it's in a vein that I don't think has actually been done that much, which is the Irish mob. So, but it's a young adult version, so there's going to be a little bit of that kind of naive version of things, as this one character discovers that she's stumbled into a huge Irish mob ordeal. So that's what the book I'm writing is about. I've written it once, and then now I'm on rewrites, basically starting from scratch and halfway done that. So
that's amazing.
Actually, what was the central plot again of this? I just wanted to.
It's about a boy named Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh, it's the boy wizard at the phone. Okay, this sounds like a great idea that I am not going to steal.
Right.
It's genius. That sounds really good. All writing is rewriting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then, so about this particular novel, is it going to be like a couple hundred pages? Are you really focusing on the young teen aspect of it?
Yeah, I think you wouldn't be able to read it from a wanting to know more about the Irish Mafia perspective, because it's more of a fiction and focusing on this one 16-year-old girl. So you're only going to get like her freakouts and what she would be worried about, as opposed to all the rings that they're a part of and things like that. So she only sees a few aspects of the world itself. Yeah, it would be geared towards girls, although the only people who've read it so far have been guys, and they all liked it, so hopefully guys would like it too. But yeah. So
have you had problems with the Irish mob in the past, or can you not say?
I don't want to talk about it. No, I haven't. I've never dealt with anything like that. Sometimes I wish that I was more of a criminal and like against the law and stuff, but this is all just me vicariously living through my character.
And are you afraid to kill off your characters, or are they gonna just survive for the next few books?
No, I'm not one of those Game of Thrones authors. I've been encouraged to try to kill off some of my characters, and obviously, since it's the mob, they're not all gonna live happily ever after. But yeah, I usually do fall in love with some of my main characters, and I don't want to kill them off. So
Awkward.
we'll see.
I just want to point out that Larissa says she isn't a crook, but we're still looking for Mike's wallet after the filming. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay, I don't want to point fingers. Roy, do you?
No.
No, but let me
We've
just.
got an idea.
Yeah, let's just say this: if you shake hands with Larissa,
Check your
make
pockets.
sure you've got your jewelry
Check
still
your
on,
pockets.
because
Check your pockets.
a little bit
I'll
of the
just
fun at this gap. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Larissa, where's my watch?
Yes, exactly.
Terrible. How can you do that?
Atweh, do one of your outrageous voiceover things.
Okay. Just like that? I can just
Do it.
turn it on just like that?
Do it now. You're a natural.
Okay. All right. Outrageous!
There you go. That's good. That's good. Okay. Atweh's actually a very good voiceover guy. I know that sounds hard to believe because
Actually,
he's so shy and
Andrew,
retiring, but he's a very good voice guy.
Thank you. I'm also writing a book, Larissa. By the way, congrats on your book writing. But my book is called My Baby's an A-Hole, and it's one page. It says, don't have kids. That's pretty much it.
That's Oprah bestseller
Bestseller.
book. Yeah.
Bestseller #1 in Korea, probably.
Is that fiction?
No, there's no fiction about it, Mike. No fiction about it.
Magic M. Magic M. Magic M.
It's
Magic,
based off of real life true events there type thing.
Sure, yeah, we can call them true. No, not at all. Not at all.
Atweh has a beautiful daughter, so don't be saying.
He doesn't want to hold my hand, Kurt. He doesn't want to hold my hand.
Hey, I'm can't help you on that one.
No, don't.
I'm
Keep on
single
it.
for a reason apparently. Go figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better that way.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, that's for another. That's for the after show.
Yes.
But Atweh, you're not only are you a talented actor and DJ as well. I mean, the fact that you've been on radio, you've done, you have a talented family as well too. I mean, what can't you do?
That's a really good question, Kurt. I don't even know. I can't run a mile in a minute or 4 minutes, as they say. I'm more of a strength guy. I'm not an endurance dude. I can lift a lot of weight, but I can't run a lot. So that's probably one thing I can't do. I can bake a cheesecake. I used to, not anymore. It's really fat.
You can eat a cheesecake.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Bake it. That's for sure.
What about Mr. Kabul in Kabul, your new sitcom?
Oh, Mr. Kabul in Kabul. Yeah. I even though I'm not super strong at the British accent, I'm very good at the Arab, Indian, Sri Lankan sort of, that Norwegian, Swedish accent.
Yeah.
So to speak,
Right.
I'm a chef from the Muppets. That's pretty much it.
Right.
So it's
Swedish.
Kabul Kabal is a big part of my life. Him and his fake mustache.
Yes.
So what's it about?
Bacon baked tan.
Can you give us a rundown for Kurt of the synopsis, Atweh?
Of Kabul Kabal?
Of Mr. Kabul in Kabul, as I've heard it's called.
Yes, Mr. Kabul in Kabul. Well, basically, Mr. Kabul in Kabul is he's a tyrant of a man. He believes in totalitarianism.
Right.
And he will never give up until he has either ruled everything or destroyed everything, whichever comes first.
Right.
And,
Did you model this after your mother?
I did, actually.
You did tell me that.
I modeled it after my mother.
I love your mom, but she's extreme.
Yeah, she's very extreme.
Yes.
She's very extreme. So, but he's Kabul Kabal is a very passionate man, but he's also weak-hearted, and he just wants to be loved. And I think that's the sort of model of the whole thing. Love.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty deep.
Wow. That's
Yeah. And it's also set in the angst of the Irish mob.
Yeah, that's it. Larissa and I are tag teaming a book called The Irish Kabul, which
the Irish Kabul, and Where the Hell is Mike's Wallet?
Yeah, where the hell is Mike's wallet?
There you
And
go.
it's going to be
exactly.
like you're sitting on a toilet.
All right.
So basically, it's almost like the Encyclopedia Browns meets Sherlock Holmes meets Harry Houdini because he stole my wallet as well.
Yeah. On a dark journey.
On a dark journey.
Yes.
With maybe a Torchwood
Could be a bit of a Weevil thing there. Yeah, it's a self-indulgent Torchwood reference. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to. This is for everyone here. Everyone usually has one or two people that kind of set them on their path to where they are today. Who was that for you? And I'm going to start with Atweh first and move down this way.
Oh wow.
On the spot, dude.
Probably. I guess probably my
Totalitarian
my
mother.
better half.
Oh,
And,
okay.
she's as cliche as it sounds, she's been a big part of me being successful in things, and and she likes and she encourages me to do these things, and like for example when we were doing this when we're doing the script work and the audio work, I said, do you want to spend the day? He goes, no, just go spend the whole weekend with them, don't come back, you're totally fine, just I don't need to see you for a couple of days. So that's the support we need, Kurt, as as humans. But I think she's been my biggest supporter, and also my brothers have been huge, because even as much as they're successful, and they're younger than me, I look towards them and say, well, they've done really big things, I can do big things. And we're in it in our blood to be successful. As you can see the M behind me, there's a reason for the M, but there's that sort of.
What's the reason? What's the reason, Atweh?
What's the reason? Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So, Kurt, this is a band called Magic. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
And they have a song called Rude. And my brother's the lead singer, and they're #1 on Billboard right now, which is great.
Awesome.
And everybody's really happy for them, and they're #1 in the States, and they're very popular. So that is a very proud thing for our family. So that has, it's helped me, because, we're all, I think every one of us are talented in our own sort of little way, and we just have to bring out that right talent. It doesn't have to be audio. It could be being, a bag slinger, or I don't even know what I'm talking about. But there's something, everybody has just a little bit in them that can be there. So.
Good stuff.
Wow.
Larissa, that was deep.
That was some
action,
inspiring stuff there, Atweh.
You're welcome.
Larissa, same question. Inspirational people that have kind of set you on your path to where you are today.
I think for some reason, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor. So I don't really know, it was so long ago that I don't remember if there was some person that I met or anything like that that encouraged me to start doing it. But I know that throughout my journey, and it's still I'm still on it, obviously, but it's still pretty fresh. And my parents have always been a huge support to me, and so I definitely, especially since up until 18, if you want to act in anything, your parents have to be with you on set and things like that. So my parents have always been bending over backwards in ways to support me, and I know that I wouldn't have been able to get anywhere close to as far as I've gotten without them. So they've been a big help. And then I guess just getting to see other people do what they love is what inspires me to continue doing what I do. So
that's awesome. Love it. Moving down the row here, Andrew, same question for you. We'll separate you two guys, because I know you guys are so close.
I can't compare to this.
Well, I think Atweh's done that thing which kind of knackers up
the
every
rest
guy's
just
response.
Yeah.
He comes in with the and hey, I love his wife Wendy. I mean, I really do. But
a little bit.
Well.
A little bit.
My wife. So now, if Roy and I say anything other, we come across as being cruel.
Slimy little.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
The truth is, it's Rocky Balboa.
It's Rocky Balboa.
You get hit down, you get it up. It ain't so bad.
I liked.
That's my inspiration before he gets his in. I'm out of here.
I was inspired. Good night. I was inspired by Rocky's wife. She had to put up with her husband getting beaten up all the time, and I thought she needed to be stronger than him. Adrian. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. I would probably say Mahatma Gandhi, I think. I probably think that he would be. I'm quite inspired by Gandhi, if I quote a historical figure, and I would also probably say there was a teacher back in Scotland, and she took a story of mine about a secret agent, and she said, "This is quite a good story that Andrew's written here," and I thought this was good, because I spent the rest of my academic life in sort of purgatory. So I like that, because I was quite inspired by that, and I continue to be inspired by that, I think. But I have to say my wife as well, Linda, I think.
I thought you were going to say Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly, no. I like to swear a lot. I like to swear a lot, you know. Very bad Billy Connolly impersonations there. Where was I again? All right.
Yeah, there you go.
What was I telling you again? I'd have to say my wife, Linda, I think, who, was pretty inspirational from about the age of 30 onwards for me to write something, and actually tried to start up careers to support me in doing so as well. So yeah, that was a good thing.
As you can see, he's been going on for quite a while.
As you can see, I've been going on.
At 30,
I started at 30. I've been doing it 35 years now. Yeah. Well, you know, I ran out of moisturizer.
Yeah.
So I would have to say that. And what about you, Smartass?
My wife. Wife. It's all about the wife.
It's all about the wives.
It's all about the wife.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be watching this afterwards, aren't they?
They're going to be. Yeah. We have to.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know I'm here.
She doesn't know. He only went out.
Thinks I'm out.
He only went out for a pint of milk.
Yeah, and cigarettes.
And I would also have to say that during this particular adventure, I'd have to say that certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, working with Mike, Roy, and Clayton as well, because without Claytech, as we affectionately call him, he's the guy who makes it sound the way it does. He literally is the unseen hero. I mean, I know we haven't seen Mike ever, but Clayton is literally behind a curtain doing his thing. And him and his lovely wife Antonetta have just welcomed a beautiful baby girl into the world. Wee Catherine is with us now, so he's off doing all the fatherly stuff. But his knowledge of sound is just unbelievable. So I think working with him was inspirational. But I think right from the get-go, without Mike saying, "Do you want to do it?" in a Chinese restaurant one night.
The script.
Yeah, I would probably.
You have to clarify with him sometimes.
It really is getting heckled from the cheap seat. I'm in the middle of an inspirational moment here.
I know.
With Mike.
My heart was pounding.
Your heart was pounding. Well, the toilet's open now.
No, it's not.
So I would probably say Mike's been very inspirational in getting this whole thing up and running. Really, at first I didn't want to do it, and then he said, "But you can play the Doctor," and I'm like, "Hey, let's start Monday." So that was it. So a little bit of a dream there, sort of thing. So I would think that, yeah. One of the themes in the story is about. There's a lot of talk about angels in the story, not in an obvious way, but angels used as a metaphor for people who come into your life that you don't realize at the time the significance that they have on your life. And I'm quite fascinated with that. These little acts of happy accidents that happen as you go along your way. And they're highly delightful when you're lucky enough to get your life affected with those. And I think the behind-the-scenes stuff has been very illustrative of what's actually gone on in the story as well. And we see more of that in the second series as well. So I don't want to get overly deep here and philosophical, but that's my.
But you will.
But I will. Yes, thank you. Yeah. But that I would say so. Yeah. So there's been a lot of those angels, if you want to use that term. I think. Certainly, Larissa, Atweh, the cast, Kate, Ricky, Ben, Adrienne, all fantastic people. And without those people being so influential and so kind and generous, you wouldn't have anything. And then you've got Clayton holding it all together with a real professional touch. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I would say. So basically, I've been inspired by everybody. Everybody I've ever spoken to.
That was like an Oscars.
Did you like that?
It was like total.
I am near to tears.
I know.
I'm near to tears.
I've
Yes.
already gone past
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to add into what Andrew's saying.
Thanks, bud.
If you don't mind, Andrew.
I
But
don't mind anything for you.
a small story, Kurt. Mike and Andrew called me up years ago to do a casting for a project they were doing, and we saw all these people, and nothing worked out because they just weren't good enough. So eventually, we three had to be the main pieces of this project because nobody was really good enough, and we were never supposed to really be the pieces. We were just supposed to be, and I was supposed to just kind of be on the outside. And I never thought that this would have become anything. So to add on to what I was saying before, really Mike and Andrew are kind of the reason why I'm kind of here, because they invited me onto these projects. And, you know, as much as I'd like to think that I'm talented, which thank you for saying that I am, Mike and Andrew believed in me. As mushy as it sounds, Mike and Andrew believed that, you know, we have talent. So we get put on these projects, we work together, we chum it around, and we go about it. I mean, Andrew spends countless hours scripting and writing, and Mike spends countless hours producing and doing all these things, and it's really deep down, as much as we're friends, there has to be a sense of, you know, they are good enough to do this, so let's put them on this project. And I don't think they just invite us on because I can get them a case of beer or something.
Or
So,
pizza.
you know, or pizza. Yeah, and that's kind of as you know, as hokey as that sounds, it's really important that they sort of believe in what we're doing. So,
How about yourself, Larissa? Any short stories to add to the philosophical tangent we've escaped upon?
The View, Dark Journey.
the view.
Larissa, we're all basically girls. You have to assume the leadership in this. We're all like crying and stuff.
Yeah.
The pieces
Where's your
telling each other we
alien?
love each other. For God's sake, Larissa, take control. You are a mobster, after all.
I just know mobsters. I'm not one of them.
Sure.
Oh, now the truth comes out.
Yeah.
No, I think one time I do have a story like that I remember having where I thought I met an angel, but that's about as philosophical as I get. So I'm not going to tell the story. Also, I'm just going to give you a little teaser.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Was that, Larissa? Was that a story or was that a real life experience? I'm not
No,
joking.
that was a real life experience where I
really?
felt like I met one.
She's trying
So.
to tell us right now. She's teasing us.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know.
She
Larissa,
said,
this wasn't about the first time you met me, was it?
Uh,
I am
yeah.
very angelic.
No, the devil.
Oh yeah, Roy's like the devil. Thank you. That's charming. That's nice. Okay, Larissa's. We have to make a note. Larissa's angel story. We have to find out about that.
Yes.
Yeah, and steal it like I'm stealing her book.
Yes, you've written a lot of notes there.
Thank God that's not recorded.
so another question that I have here is, you know, everyone, sorry, let me rephrase that. When it comes down to it, everyone here has been successful on a professional level, from Atweh to Larissa to both Andrew and Roy and Mike in the shadows there. But do you guys consider yourselves personally successful?
Wow, these are good questions. These are good
Deep,
questions.
Deep.
Wait, are you going first?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
how about ladies first? Since
Yes,
No.
Larissa.
Well, I think Roy hasn't talked enough, so we should talk to Roy.
No. I'm just a sidekick here. I'm
No.
a sidekick. Yes, I play the sidekick. I go yes, no, yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
Someone's got to go first.
Yeah, I'm not disconnecting this call, so someone has to answer it.
Right.
all right, I'll go.
He's an extortionist.
In terms of personal success, yeah, I think so. I mean, success is a very subjective term. You know, some people think it's money, some people think it's family and things like that. And I think basically if we're just happy and we're doing what we're doing, we're not hurting anybody, then we're successful. if this doesn't make a dime, which it won't, mind you, I'm okay with it because it's just expression. And the countless times I've been on stage, and I don't make money off those tickets. You know, I don't make money off sales. I just kind of make my success off of people's reactions to my work. You know, and I mean, you can. Andrew was at one of my plays.
Yes.
I remember wearing a tunic and lifting this girl up in the air. It was the greatest feeling in the world, even for a split second. But
that was in the bar afterwards, though.
yeah, that was in the bar afterwards. And the girl was actually a guy because she had an Adam's apple.
Yeah, he's upset about that, but we won't talk about it. Please continue.
Yeah, exactly. Me personally, yeah, I think I've done what I was meant out to do, and you know, I'm ready to be on this train if they want me there for Dark Journey, you know, series 1 through 1 billion. But personally, with my career and my family, I'm as successful as I need to be, and that's good.
Larissa, personally successful.
Okay. I don't think I'm one to really measure success in general. I think like I don't do things for the success factor. I do things for other things, like to make someone else happy, to make me happy. And so I guess if I were to put it into my terms, as far as like if I'm happy, or I do feel like I have a really blessed life, even though I'm not. I never, like, I make all these plans and I never really see them through. Like when I was a kid, I planned to be the next Jennifer Aniston and stuff like that, and I'm currently not. But I think that even with plans not succeeding, my life is still where it should be, and like I live a happy life and I live a fulfilling life, and so I think that that's what I would call successful, and so I would say that I'm personally successful. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Roy.
Oof, that's hard stuff. Personal success.
Assistants don't get to talk, Roy. Sidekick, you go with Robin and the rest of them.
Okay, well, I'll see you later.
Come back.
Come back, I wrote you all these lines. What you have to do is read the lines like I told you.
It's blank.
There you go, yeah. Sorry, it's got Larissa's book down there.
Oh, yeah. Personal success, family and friends. Moved to Canada recently and somehow got onto this trip with the Doctor Who, so that's a personal success. You know, Mike I've known a little while. Got to know Andrew really well, so these are all, you know, your friends and family to me is the strongest tie, and all we do is have a laugh. Every time I meet Andrew, we just are giggling all the time like little children, so it's things like that that make your life successful, I think. If you take life too seriously, you go down the wrong path, so that's how I see it. So yeah, it was good, it's an experience, and as I said, met Andrew, who's written this amazing story and been asked to come and join in, and you know, it was good. I can't think of what other word to use other than it's a success. So yeah.
That's what you have to use. That's what you have to use.
Yeah, I can't think. I'm not like you.
Yeah. That's good for you.
Verbal diarrhea.
That's a good thing, yeah.
No one says anything, but,
After all that niceness, we follow it with verbal diarrhea, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is a personal success if you can get him to shut up.
Yes, exactly.
And Andrew, yourself then, do you consider yourself personally successful?
Not until I make a lot of money. I'm not going to go along with the first three because they're all a bit schmaltzy to me. To me, I'll overlook friendship, family, just to make money. I'll step on anyone. I don't really care, and good night, really. So
you're not really doing very well so
that's
far,
it,
are you?
yeah. I don't care about anyone, really. I'm just a complete selfish individual, and to me, it's all about money, cars, boats.
So he's not personally successful, is he?
Yeah, I'll just do anything. I could probably be a pretty good hitman, really. I don't have any compassion.
Maybe with the Irish
kittens. You know, that's it, really. No, but if I just change that for a second,
you get what you see.
He's into karma. He's into
You get
karma.
what you see.
No, I would probably think, now that we've had a bit of a laugh.
Okay.
Well, I did. I thought it was funny. No one else did.
No.
I think when you're in this kind of business, and you're like Atweh, and you're on stage and you're doing theater productions, which he does incredibly well. We've all seen him in action. Larissa's acting and writing novels, and Roy's kind of stepping into roles, and I'm writing stuff. I think what you have to look at is that these ideas are very grand in scale, and the average person don't really understand these things. They say, well, how much do you get paid for doing this? And the answer is like, well, nothing really, So it's a labor of love. But I think what you have to do is you have to take these ideas, and they are grand designs and are grand ideas, but you have to say to yourself, I can make them work on some level. What I'm saying is everyone who writes a script, they can find happiness in producing that script in some way. And if you're in it because you love it, doing something of this nature, you'll still love. I mean, I went to film school with people who were like, I'm selling a script for $1 million and I'm writing this. They're not into it for the writing. They're not into it for the craft. They're into it for the money. So it's a bit of a mercenary kind of way of looking at things. I think being able to realizing that you can realize your vision in a pretty easy scale like this, and getting it out there is the main thing. And for me, it's all about the people. It's all about working with people, and just having that thing and sitting back and thinking, this is really, really good. It's not about money. It's not about all the other cheap stuff that goes with things and really sinks the boat. It's just about being able to do something with people that suddenly have such an importance in your life, but you've only just met them recently. Maybe we're going back to the angels kind of thing there. So I would probably say, all joking and cynical humor aside, I would definitely say that as well. And I also think that for me it's very fulfilling when other people's families get involved in what we're doing, and they look at people, and people. I mean, I must admit, I do love being introduced as, oh, it's the doctor, and there's some kids there or something from Mike's side of the family. I know Roy's son refers to him as Sherlock Holmes, and I think that's also a good thing as well. It's not a bad thing when you can say to someone, yeah, you know what, like, I played Sherlock Holmes, or I was the doctor, or whatever. In whatever capacity, it means something somewhere. It's a little flash of light, which means something. So I think that's very important as well. It's a little dream, and there's no price to dreams. It's there. It doesn't need to have any limits to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that and all the cash.
He's still waiting for that.
Yeah, he's still waiting for that. Yeah. That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
You know what, Andrew? I love, it's great that Roy, your son, calls you Sherlock Holmes. I love when Milo calls me Dirtyface. Makes me so good as a dad. Hey, Dirtyface. Hey, Dirtyface. Thanks.
That was Wendy calls you Dirtyface, doesn't she, pal?
Well, she calls me about other inappropriate things, but I can't say the camera.
Back to his book.
Would you stop? We have a lady against a blue wall here. You can't be coming out with stuff like that.
You're gonna put special effects later.
Yes, exactly.
Larissa's a mobster, so let's. She's more dangerous than all of us combined. Let's be honest.
Doesn't mess around.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
She's got razor blades behind the headband. I remember the headband from recording. Yeah.
Some things I'm just not going to ask about. Okay.
You wore a headband when we recorded stuff in the studio, like a headband thing.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Was that just, for focus, or?
It's where she gets the script.
Oh.
Memory.
Tricks of the trade.
Yes, tricks of the trade. She is a professional, Yes. Yes.
Well, last question I have then for everyone here. Second last question technically, but the younger generation are going to listen to this show. They're going to watch this interview, and they're going to be inspired by everyone that's on here. And don't laugh, it's true. You're all very inspirational people. But how can they, the younger generation, inspire the generation that follows them?
Jeez.
This guy is deep.
Have they got Letterman's replacement yet? Because if they don't, it's Sasso, baby.
There you go. All the way.
It's this guy.
All the way, my
No,
goodness.
you know what? Seriously, we'll answer the question in like a day or so. But But these are really, really, really good questions. I mean, we've been lucky enough to have people do some really, spend time with us and do interviews with us, and it's been fantastic. It's been a highly kind gesture. But I have to take my hat off to you, which I don't have. But if I had one, I would take it off, because these are really, really good questions. These are really good questions, man. And I feel like we'll just cheapen them with bad answers.
I'll give an answer. I'll give an answer.
Oh, here we go. What are you doing?
Inspiration time.
Okay, Atweh's leaning in.
No, there's no inspiration.
Here we go. It's the moment with Atweh. Yeah.
Let me speak, man. You're always just opening your yapper all day.
Sorry.
That was inspirational.
Sorry, that was nice. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyways.
Go for it, Dirtyface.
Dirtyface. Thank
I'll
you.
inspire the young kids. Shut your yap.
So good. I think I'm gonna quote Sir Charles Barkley, and Michael Jordan years ago was the saying was "Be like Mike," and Charles Barkley came out and said, "I'm not a role model. Don't be like me. I'm just a basketball player. Have your parents be role models." So if young kids are watching this, kids are always struggling with personalities and attitudes and social behaviors and things like that. So I think one thing they should do is embrace what we're doing, hopefully, take a grain of salt from it, and then see how their parents feel, because their parents are ultimately their only role models that are really needed. Because me personally, I wouldn't want my daughter to look at a princess or athlete to say that's who I'm molding my life after. I'd rather her mold her life after me or her mom, because that's who is raising her. So I think kids these days need to really come back home and say, these people are expressing themselves, which is wonderful, and I want to speak to my parents about how I can express myself or how I can do things in my life.
What'd you do if your dad's in prison?
What's that? My dad's in prison?
I said your dad's in prison.
Right now, he's in the goulash right now.
Oh, there you go. I'm just asking.
But if you can't look towards
your I'm really sorry. Holmes has gone nuts.
Sidekicks. What are you gonna do, eh? No, but we are Generation X, and the kids younger than us are Generation Y, and it's basically Generation. Why should we do anything? So I think we have to continue to put out really good material for them and encourage them to be successful, but ultimately redirect their energy towards the people that are closest to them, because that's who is truly going to mold their minds. Not a bunch of schlubs like us. Minus Larissa, she's lovely. But,
from the Irish mob.
Yeah. Yeah. Larissa's metamorphosized from a schlub.
Yeah.
She's like a butterfly wearing a headband.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well said, Atweh.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Well said. You know what? Tonight you're just full of wisdoms.
Oprah. It's all about Oprah. I listen to Oprah on Sirius XM.
That's it.
It's all about soulfulness.
Yeah.
Well said, Atweh.
Thank you.
I like this other side of you I'm seeing. It's taken me a few years, but I'm seeing another side to you.
Nice. Hope it's the backside, buddy, because that's all you're going to see.
That's uncomfortable. Okay.
That's slightly, it's awkward or whatever, but...
Never awkward.
No, of course. No.
Larissa, right. Inspirational kids looking to you for inspiration. How can they inspire the generation that follows them?
I don't know much. I don't really think much about inspiration and people inspiring one another, which is probably something I should do more often. But I think that one thing, just speaking from my own story, that I could have used as inspiration is more people just if that generation the generation coming can just focus on the people who encourage them to be themselves, because I know that when I was growing up, that was just, especially in high school, I do talk to a lot of high school students still just about how annoying it is because everyone's trying to be something they're not, and if you're being who you are and you're confident in it, you're going to be just slammed down as much as possible so that everyone else can feel better about themselves. So I would just say that, like, people need to just be more encouraging and let other people try to figure out who they are without getting in the way of that, and then yeah, and so then that generation, if they can get their act together and start letting each other explore who they are and things like that, then to continue on to the next generation and just show them what it looks like to truly be yourself and not be afraid of what other people think of what you do and what you love and who you are, and just let that ball start rolling so that people can they can just find themselves sooner and save themselves a lot of heartache in high school and university and stuff like that.
Good answer.
Nice words from a mobster, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
I found myself as a mobster in high school.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't,
Typecast now.
you can't trust her. You can't trust her, can you? Yeah, okay.
Typecast.
Well said, Larissa. Well said.
Roy, how about yourself there?
I agree with Atweh on inspiration. It should be from your family, but I guess they should also draw inspiration from everything around them. It's not just about family. I think everything that's either good or bad you can draw inspiration from and work that out for yourself later on in life as to who and what you want to be. Other than that, that's the best I can come up with.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I see it. It's quite short and sweet, but that's my view on inspiration. For the
That's
next.
what she said.
I had to
What did he say?
personal attacks again.
Oh, personal attacks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Brute of a man.
Kurt's going to be like Anderson Cooper on some kind of debate or something.
He's going to leave it and beat on his wife.
Yes, yes,
But,
it's terrible, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm single, so it won't really matter. So, and
Any girls out there?
that want to deal with it.
Larissa? Larissa? Know anyone?
Yeah, he's
This is actually a dating site.
yeah,
now.
would you leave Kurt alone, please? He's holding things
He's a
together.
lovely boy. as
He's
my
coming
grandma
out-
would say.
he's
He's
coming
a
out
lovely
with beautiful-
boy,
he's-
great complexion,
Beautiful
lovely
questions.
looking lad.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm barely holding it together, but my Russian accent slips
You'll
out
be okay.
there,
We'll
so-
get you through this.
Apologies.
Yeah.
So,
Only Mike was here.
Slow and steady. Oh, there's a shadow. Oh, there he is. There he is. It's gone again.
does that mean there's 6 more weeks of production?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
on
do it.
Charlie's Angels. Yeah.
Right, Andrew, younger generation inspirations, blah blah blah.
Well,
God help them.
it's a big question, I would think. Yeah. What I would say is, in this day and age, I'd say, for God's sake, talk to each other, because I'm personally finding that the art of face-to-face communication is going out the window. OMG, smiley face, you know what I mean? That's okay for a certain convenience, but it should never take the place of. If we keep on going, we're going to end up scratching things into walls to tell people how we feel, but we'll have fantastically intelligent phones. It's a shame we don't have the communicative, skill set to match it. As far as pursuing stuff, I would say it's the old chestnut, but I would say never give up. Never reach a stage in your life where you think that a dream is in the past. Never think of it as being in the past. Always think of it as being in the present, which can lead to the future. And what I would say is you're never really in the mood to do anything of an ambition. You have to do the work to get in the mood. You know what I mean? It's like working out, going for a run, cycling, all the things that I don't do, really. Although I have been thinking a lot about working out recently, but that's all I do. I just think about it.
He has a gym behind
The gym's very nice, as you can see here. It's a lovely gym with magazines on.
It's never been used.
It's never been used. If anyone's out there, then
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
taking offers on there's the
For sale sign.
$1.
the Nautilus 5000. This is the Hopeless 6000.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that in there. So I would say never give up on a dream. Sounds cheesy, sounds like a fortune cookie thing, but never do. Work on it. You'll feel the inspiration. Don't wait for the inspiration to work on it. And I would also say, whatever you're doing, all you need to do is devote 5 or 10 minutes a day to what you want to do. Whatever your dream is, don't think, I need a week to do it. I need 2 weeks. I need a month. Because realistically, life gets in the way of everything. You know, John Lennon, right? So, mind you, he was shot dead, so I don't know if I should really trust his wisdom.
He did get in there for 10 minutes.
He did, yeah, but doing a throwback to work. No, and it's not Rocky. It's not Rocky.
Everything you just said was Rocky in the nutshell.
Yeah, I know, but you need to take it easy with Rocky. Okay?
I love Rocky.
I know, evidently, but you need to simmer
He's the
down, dude.
greatest.
You need to just,
He's
you're
the
going
greatest.
nuts with the
He's the
Rocky.
greatest.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my sermon, you know. So you don't have sermon. Yeah, you don't have to. You know, spend loads of time doing stuff. Just do little bits, and it adds up. It adds up, and that's the basic thing to do. Never let it go. Never let it go.
Just like in speech.
And talk to and talk to each other. And talk to each other. I'm gonna do something on camera here. I
Definitely
don't
more
want to
than
see.
10 minutes this week.
Okay, and I hope that was concise for all you people at home. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank
First
you.
5 was great.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. All right, Rocky. All right.
You realize I don't edit this stuff. There's a reason why I don't edit this stuff. This was the reason why I don't edit this stuff.
He loves the raw stuff. He loves the raw stuff. He
Keeping
loves
it raw.
He loves the organic interview. Yeah.
Gluten free.
Yeah. But once again, great questions, Kurt. Thank you, man.
Yeah, very deep.
So I get.
It gets us thinking is really a miracle.
Yeah.
Really, isn't it? It's unheard
We're
of.
sitting here stunned.
We are
Just
stunned,
absolutely
mind you.
stunned.
We normally
Well,
get
we've had a few
stunned.
beers too, but
Even at bus stops, we get stunned.
Yeah.
Looking at a commercial for muffins.
Yes.
Yes.
Always, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Stunning.
Exactly.
Stunning.
There's Larissa.
Oh, stunning.
I don't know why I'm saying that for 2 hours. There you go.
I think he's trying to tell us, let her speak.
Yes. You can contact Larissa at www.lovethatmobster.com. Larissa, yes, exactly, yes, sorry.
/ Larissa.
Yeah, / Larissa, yes.
Gosh.
Not literally, but...
Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't kill her. No. Although I do have issues with her, as you know.
Next series.
Spoilers, yes. Yes.
Is there anything that I haven't brought up that you guys would like to briefly share to those that are watching and listening to this?
You want to do the blurbs?
Organ donation?
Organ donation?
Sorry. That's another interview.
There's
Apology.
2 guys in need of brains here.
Not any out there.
If anyone has them.
Desperately.
Just Abby Normal, that's all, you know.
Yes.
Oh, that's quite an ask as well.
There you go, Gene Wilder there, yeah. Well, I can do the blurbs now, and I've been practicing to make it look natural, okay? AMAudiomedia.com.
Doctor.
Twitter.com/AMAudiomedia.
He's doing it in the Dalek way.
Facebook.com/AMAudiomedia.
Exterminate.
Free to listen or download on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher.com.
Repeat.
Dude,
Doctor, repeat.
How do you think we get paid if I don't do these taglines?
Repeat.
So there you go. I'm really sorry about this, because I feel like the sane one, and that's saying something.
First time.
It is the first time. Yes, it is. Yes.
Anyone else want to add anything? Websites and or other things?
No, you're still right now.
Oh, thank you. Series 2 will be coming out. If only a voice would come to me from the air.
Soon.
Soon.
Master.
Soon.
It's Oprah.
Can my spirit guide give me any more precision?
Very soon.
Very soon. Very
thank
soon.
you.
I've got a. Do we have a George here? I'm getting a G.
The director.
It's a directory. So the season 2 will be coming out very soon, which is an industry term. Very soon. And
there will be Irish mobsters in it.
And there will be Irish mobsters in it. And we welcome the return of the cast who we love, of course, and a few new faces as well. So that
Even
should
though
be.
it's audio.
Even though it's audio. Even though it's. Do you have to pick everything I do, you son of a. Right. So that's it. And great visual special effects.
Yes.
Even though it's audio. Yeah. Okay.
Makeup artists.
There you go. There you go.
I'm busy doing Avengers 3, so I'm not available.
Oh yeah, he's on stage or something.
He's playing Wonder Woman.
He's playing Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
So
Larissa, are you gonna come back, Larissa? Because
Please?
I've written you some great stuff.
I'll come back.
There's pizza.
Honestly.
That's what I do this for.
Wait, when you come back, you might just want to leave Mike's wallet under a pillow and say nothing about it.
Okay.
I hear Ireland's nice this
Mike's our
time.
leading lady, and I'm calling her a thief. Nice. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so season 2 will be coming out soon.
Very soon.
Very soon, says the voice of my psychic spirit guide.
Fair
I
enough.
call Seamus.
Seamus.
Yes.
Well, I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to do this interview. It was a pleasure having everyone on here for sure. And I'm not just saying that just because, it's been a wonderful hour and a bit, because that's the type of shows that I like. He brought passion for what you guys are doing. Hopefully those that are watching and listening to this and going to those particular websites can also see and hear, I should say, the wonderful work that you guys have done, and I can't wait to see the very soon season or series 2 that's coming out as well. I hate to say it, but that ends this particular episode of Two Geeks Talking, and that was the Doctor Who Dark Journey radio play, which you'll find on the show notes as well as the active links as well too. Look for them at Fan Expo as well. I hope to see them there once my press passes kick in, hopefully. And on top of all that, you can also see this interview as well as many other interviews on our website, tgtmedia.com, or twogeekstalking.com as well. Either work. You can go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/tgtmedia. Finally, our Facebook page is facebook.com/tgtmedia. And if you also want to go to my Twitter, it's @KurtSasso, as you can see down below there. And finally, we are on Patreon, which is patreon.com/2geekstalking. $1 a month supports us, and every little bit helps. And we're coming up on our 6th anniversary, going into our 7th year, this August 8th. Look for the TGT tournament as well, where the past 50 episodes from episode 251 to 309 battle it out in a week-by-week basis to see who is the best interview. And really, it's all really a popularity contest, but it's still fun either way. So thanks everyone for listening and watching. I'm your host, Kurt Sasso, signing off. And thank you, Andrew, Roy, Larissa, and Atweh for being on the show. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kurt.
These gents can help us make Whitechapel safe.
Witch, you'll get us all cursed.
Cursed?
Like the Ripper's women.
Leave now, no harm will come to you. If you persist, I can't guarantee your safety.
A feisty woman, Doctor, full of fire.
I hope this bloke doesn't have a brother.
I saw 'em all. Those poor bitches. Foreign gibberish on their tongues. A blue light came out of their eyes. He tore them open. Said they stole something.
Blue light? And what do you mean, foreign gibberish?
I ain't heard the language they were speaking. It's like the devil was using them as a puppet.